So hey, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be checking a new keyboard out. I think that this keyboard can really rival Royal Kludge in their game. So this is the Ajazz keyboard right here, a new one indeed, a new Ajazz K685T keyboard right here. So a huge thank you to TechBit for actually sending this over. If you guys are interested in this keyboard, links will be down in the description. So this keyboard right here is launching at 165 ringgit, and honestly I think that can really rival Royal Kludge, because Royal Kludge has gone up to 200 plus ringgit. So today we're going to take a look at what we get in this box, and is this kit or is this keyboard worth it or not. So without further ado, let's get this video started. So this is the front of the box. We can see the keyboard layout right here. I have the white version and this is what the black one will look like. This is the K685T Bluetooth 3 Mod Edition. Of course, Ajazz on the top here, and on the right side it has a few features. So it just says that it's a mechanical switch, has RGB, has an OEM or cherry layout, and then really nice switches inside. So all around the box it just says Ajazz X Narcodex on the same left side and on the right side. And on the top is just the name of the keyboard, and on the back we can see the layout of the keyboard again. So it is a 65% layout or a 68 key layout, and then over here I have the version is the white version with red switches. So let's unbox it now. So this is everything you get with the keyboard. So first thing right here we can see is the Ajazz keyboard user manual. So basically it just goes through what the product is and what the indicators are, what the backlight effects are, and the controls for the keyboard. You can pause if you want to read it. I will just open it up right here. Moving on, we can see they provide two of this little thing right here. So one is this is a plastic keycap puller. I do not recommend using these kind of keycap pullers because you may damage your keycaps, but it's really nice that Ajazz includes it. Another thing they include right here is a switch puller, really thin and small switch puller. Honestly, maybe will hurt your hands after a few times of use, but it's good that they include this in the box. And then of course you get a cable right here. So it is a plastic cable, so it is a golden connector right here. Type A to Type C cable, really nice and quite high quality, I would say. Really long and should be enough for the keyboard. And last but not least, we have the keyboard itself. So this is the front of the keyboard. Honestly, it looks just like the RK68, just that it doesn't have the removable frame. So again, it's a 68 key layout or a 65% layout, looking really nice with the white color. So these are double shot ABS keycaps which have shine through. Let me just turn it on to let you guys see the RGB. So on the back is where you have the switch, of course, right here, and then we have the 2.4 GHz dongle. Let me just turn it on. So this is what the keyboard looks like with the RGB on. Don't mind the flickering of the RGB, it's just my camera shutter rate. So this is how it looks like with the RGB on. Honestly, looking really nice and bright, and you can see the shine through on the keycaps right here, really good as well, pretty clear. Now let's take a look around the keyboard. So on the top of the keyboard is this just flat white, and then on the left side we have the Type C port, really nice. This is the side profile of the keyboard. You can see the cherry profile keycaps, and then there is a little bit of lift to it, but I would prefer something with a higher lift, but this is okay. And on the front right here, bottom is again clear, and then with the Ajazz logo on the bottom right. So overall, really clean keyboard. Now let's take a look at the switches included. So the switch included right here is a red switch because I got the red switch variant, but honestly it's quite an interesting switch because it's actually made by Ajazz themselves. If you can see down here, it has the Ajazz logo and it is a red switch. So in the front it does look like this with the red stem in the middle with some, I believe, transparent polycarbonate. And then on the back right here we can see it is 3-pin, so 3-pin hot swap, really nice. And then on the top right here it has a gap for the LEDs to shine through. Let's take a look at the stabilizers in the keyboard. So for the stabilizers on this keyboard, they do use a really standard OEM stabilizer or stock stabilizers right here, and they do come a little bit factory loop, so this will help a bit with the friction of it, but I think that these can be swapped out for better ones, but the stock ones are quite rattly in my opinion. So as for the PCB, this keyboard is hot swap. So if you look at the PCB right here, we can see that it is 3-pin hot swap, so it has 3 holes. But something you have to take note is that the LED RGB is a little bit sticking out. So some switches without the cutout may suffer and won't get into this. So if you're planning on switching out the switches, remember that it is 3-pin and it has a cutout for the RGB LED. So another thing to note about this keyboard is that it has a 1800 mAh battery inside, which is rated to last up to 13 days with the wireless mode of use. I think that is really nice for a keyboard this size and definitely is a good thing. So what do I think about this keyboard? Honestly, first impressions so far, it is a really good keyboard for the price. So coming in at 165 ringgit, you get 3 modes, you get hot swap ability, and you get a customizable keyboard right here, which is a really nice layout as well. Honestly, the steps are a little bit bad and the PCB might concern people because it has a protruding LED and it's only 3-pin hot swap. But if you can get around all of that, it is quite a good budget keyboard to start with. And if you want to mod it further down the line, it's definitely a good contender because it looks like it will be very easy to mod. So this is it for this video, guys, and now let's go for the typing sound test. So that is basically it for this video, guys. Honestly, after using this keyboard for a few days, I would say that nothing can really beat it at its price. For 165 ringgit, you're getting a lot of stuff in here and a lot of customizability down the line, and I think that I will be modding this keyboard in the future. So before I end this video, again, a huge thank you to TechBit for sending this over. You can check out their Shopee, links will be down in the description below. They are authorized seller of Ajazz, and all of their keyboards they sell are really nice as well. So leave a like if you like this video, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have more mechanical keyboard content like this coming very soon. And as always, thank you for watching. Goodbye, guys.